You are on tab 3, which corresponds to section 3 of the safety data sheet. This is the recommended second section to complete. This is where hazardous chemical components or ingredients are entered. You may notice that the product defaults on mixture, which is appropriate for products which contain more than one hazardous ingredient. As a reminder, the burgundy colored fields are required. Therefore, the other statements for section 3 is actually an optional field. Also to the right, you will see the quick start instructions, which walk you step by step in a logical order for completing this section of the safety data sheet. Also, as a reminder, under guidance, in the help button, we have the guide, where you can also guide from the beginning, guide this item, and guide this section. And if we were to select guide this section, this will walk us through each of the items and give us background information on how to complete those. Again, that is under help, guide, guide this item or guide this section, and there are shortcuts listed next to those. So in this section, we enter the hazardous components into the component table. Notice that we have different column views. We are defaulting in the quick view, which is probably the easiest and quickest way to enter the data, the chemical ingredients. But notice there are other views, such as a personal care green, detail, there's even a translational view. To enter an ingredient, click on the Add button and enter either the CAS number, EC number, or the name. We are going to enter the CAS number 683492-0. This is the CAS number. This presents a window which will allow us to carry from the associated substance record for sodium metasilicate pentahydrate exposure limits, information on incompatibles, and even hazardous decomposition products. We'll press Add, so we'll be carrying those data into the actual safety data sheet. And we can use the Tab key on our keypad, and we'll say this is between 1% to 10%. And again, notice that these fields are burgundy colored. And so the name, the minimum and maximum, and also the concentration basis are required fields. The next item we will enter is dichloromethane. What I've done is I've copied the name into my clipboard to save me from typing it, and I've done a Control-C to copy and Control-V to paste. And so there it is entered, and then I'll press the Tab key. And notice that we have two entries here. So this is the list of substances with that name as its primary name or as a synonym. The blue colored names are the ones which have been validated. So we'll highlight that and press the OK. And it will similarly give us the opportunity to bring over attributes specific to the chemical, such as, in this case, the exposure limits, regulations, incompatibles, and decomposition products. We'll press Add. And then similarly, we'll press the Tab key, and notice that the CAS number was actually automatically entered. We didn't enter that, but it was associated with the substance. And for the minimum, we'll say it's 0, and we'll tab up to 1%, and this is weight units, weight percent. To get an idea of some of the additional information on these substances, let's change the view to personal care green. You'll notice that we have some additional columns that have appeared. So we have GHS CLS, which stands for GHS classified. So both of these substances have GHS hazard classifications associated with them. The My is a designation for substances that are in your favorite list. We'll learn a little bit more about that later. The EPA Safer Choice list also provides us some information on whether or not a particular chemical is a safer choice, or at least on the safer choice list. And similarly, the EU list is the EU Cosmetic Ingredient list and status, and then Prop 65 as well. Also, in this view, you will notice a column name W/H, name withheld. This is for substances, ingredients, which you would like to declare as trade secret. And so if we want to declare a substance ingredient as trade secret, we simply click on that box. And then we have the trade secret statement, which would need to appear on the safety data sheet. So we can press the Compose button and we can select one of several different formats. We'll select this is the US version, and this is a statement which we will see that would appear on the safety data sheet. The next section we will complete after the composition section is section 9. And again, we can navigate by clicking the arrow to the right, and that's the physical chemical properties, or under navigation we can select section 9 here, which is the physical chemical properties, and it reminds us that it's the third tab we should complete.